Welcome back to the SnackWalls podcast. I'm Mike Roberts, your host, and we're here to talk about increasing and maintaining diversity in tech beyond the perks. While companies think they can lure people in with unlimited PTO and dogs in the office, we're here to talk about how you keep them. All right, in a few sentences, can you tell us who you are and what it is that you do?
Yeah, so I'm Himanshu Jain. I basically started working on computer programs when I was really a kid, and that basically fueled my interest into computer science. I did my bachelor's. I was born and brought up in India. After I finished my bachelor's, I moved to United States where I pursued my higher studies, and now I've been working as a senior engineering manager for Walmart.
Awesome. So you're over at Walmart, and that's a great shop, good size outfit there. You guys do things at Walmart scale, right? So lots of interesting problems for you to solve. I'm hearing from some tech leaders that finding diverse talent is a challenge. What are your thoughts?
So yes and no, and I'll tell you why. So finding diverse talent is not a challenge in terms of like getting people when they are joining the company. The challenge is maintaining that culture, and that basically pushes a lot of diverse people out of your company. So I'll give you an example for that. So for instance, let's say if there's a new mother who just want to join your company, right? So when she's joining your company, are you making sure that the way you have organized your team is beneficial for her, right? So for instance, as a new mother, I may not be able to work right away like 8 hours a day, given time from 9 to 5, but I may finish my task later on and being assigned tasks which I don't have to worry about. I'm not bottling somebody else, right? Can I get independent tasks to finish within the week itself, right? Rather than saying, hey, I'm blocking somebody. I need to do something right now versus I can work off my time. So kind of managing a culture within the company that really helps managing diverse people within the company.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you got to make sure that you're giving people an opportunity to be successful. And then when given the opportunity, they're going to knock it out of the park, right? So exactly. I like that. So what do you think about the push in some organizations to remove the requirement for CS degrees for some of the engineering roles? What are your thoughts there?
I think that is a great move. I don't think so that degrees should be a required field for anybody to, land into a CS kind of job. I always say when you learn on job, that is the best thing you could do. And also, education could be anywhere. Degree should not be a requirement for saying, okay, that person knows CS or not, right? So that's what I think.
Awesome. So no degree required as long as you have the talent and the skill to be successful in the role. So that said, do you think an apprenticeship for technical roles would work?
I think yes, it would. And the reason for that is, as I was saying before, that you learn a lot on your job. Even when I graduated, when I did my master's, when I joined my first company, Qualcomm, what I learned in my master's and what I was doing on job were not exactly same, right? So I learned a lot while I was doing my internship with Qualcomm. And yes, I think that should be the way to go.
Awesome. So you heard it. Apprenticeship is the equivalent of a master's degree, or at least for some people. So what advice would you share for companies that are looking to retain diverse staff? So you gave one example. What are some other things that you see working out there in the field? We're talking about keeping people once they get there.
So it just basically, it kind of everything revolves around the culture. For instance, this is something that I have seen many times. So for instance, let's say there are a lot of senior folks, right? So for me, diversity is more about not making sure that we have like 20% of this from this particular race or 20% from this particular age group. It's more about diversity for me. It's more about how you're managing a culture within the company, right? So that being said, one of the examples is that let's say I have a person who's really senior, like let's say 60 years of age, right? Just for example, right? He gave up a very high job that he was on, let's say, like a director role, and he joined as a senior engineer in my group just because he want to do a more work and life balance, right? And there's a new engineer who has like 3 or 4 years of experience in his life. He joins as a senior engineer in my teams. They both are senior engineer in my team. However, the person who's like with 4 or 5 years experience, really young, let's say 25 years or 28 years of age, he's putting, let's say, 50 hours, 60 hours, right? And I have seen in many places how managers see, okay, this person is also senior engineer putting 60 hours. this person is also seen engineers but putting, let's say, 30, 35, 40 hours a week, right? So they will basically, not manage the culture, and they will promote the person who's putting 60 hours, and not realizing that the person who's actually putting 30, 40 hours is more productive as compared to the person who's putting 60 hours. So that's what I mean by managing or maintaining the culture within the company, that we should adapt to what the other person is also bringing. For instance, this guy who's 60 years old, he has already seen the world. He knows how things are done. He has failed so many times in his life by applying a particular solution, that now he knows, that what is the right solution to build. Whereas this guy who has only like 3-4 years of experience, he's trying different permutation combinations to get to the right approach, and is taking like 60 hours to do the same job. Whereas this guy is taking only like 30 hours to do the same job.
Yeah, it's not about working hard. It's working smart, and you get some of that the street smarts from like learned experience, right? Spending many years as a software engineer is going to gain you lots and lots more opportunities to apply the skill solving problems again in the future. So
Most
I get it, man.
Most
See lots of new
importantly,
people.
I would say is that the manager in this case should be the person who should be instilling that culture within the team, that, hey, I'm not going to reward somebody who's putting 60 hours. I'm going to reward somebody who's working smart, who's getting the job done, doesn't matter how long it is taking. And also instilling a culture that, I have given you a task, right? You're finishing that task. He should not be worrying about like if somebody's taking 60 hours versus somebody's taking only like 20 hours, and after 20 hours that the person has finished the task, he is basically taking some time, to do a work life balance.
Work life balance is important. Um, and so I think that's one of the perks that a company can give back to employees to make sure that they stay. And that is saying, we don't want you to be all consumed. We want you to be able to be productive on the job, but also understand and sort of meet them with where they are, having that flexibility for them to be able to maintain a lifestyle that allows them to keep being productive and want to stay there for a really long time. So I get it. That makes a lot of sense. So who is someone like yourself that you'd like to acknowledge as a leader, and you'd like to invite, or should invite to be on a podcast like this?
There are few. I would start with Ilan Kaplan. He is my current manager. He's an amazing guy. I mean, would be a perfect candidate to come here and share his thoughts. I admire him a lot. I learn from him a lot. So yes, I would definitely recommend Ilan Kaplan.
Awesome. So Elon, you are on the radar. I'll be out there looking for you to see if we can get you as a guest and come on here and talk about fantastic stuff that you guys do there. Um, where can we find out more information about your company? I mean, most people have heard of Walmart, but I'm guessing that do you work on the Walmart Labs team or Walmart itself?
Yes, so I work on the Walmart Labs team. So basically, I'm in the e-commerce division. So currently, I manage a program that basically allows you to do unlimited deliveries. The program is called Delivery Unlimited, and through that program, you can have unlimited deliveries delivered to your doorstep for groceries.
Nice.
So I'm
I got
not
to get on
sure.
that.
Sorry.
I said I got to get on that. So do they have? Are they doing it here in San Diego, or is that like specific regions in the country? Like who does that work for?
Yes, so right now it's roughly in 50% of the stores across America. So yes, in San Diego it is available. And it's a very low fee. Like you pay only like $12.95 monthly or a $98 yearly fee, and you can get unlimited deliveries delivered right at your doorstep.
Nice. Then you don't have to worry about going into the store during the corona and interacting with people. You just get it delivered right to your house. I like that.
Absolutely, and it's contactless delivery. It's pretty awesome.
Nice. So, last question, most important. This is a tough one. So, what have you been snacking on lately? What's your favorite snack?
So right now I'm making a lot of snacks at home. I recently, like just before joining the pod, I was trying paneer tikka. It's an Indian recipe. I would highly recommend making it. It goes really well with the cilantro uh, chutney that we call it. So yes, try it. Recipes is on Google. So it's really good.
Nice. All right. So, we got a couple minutes left. We could do a couple things. We could do the end early. You could tell me about maybe something that you're interested in that you're working on, or you could ask me a question. What would you like to do?
So I would love to talk a bit more about what do I work. So basically, as I was telling about the program where you can get your groceries delivered at your doorstep, it's an amazing program. Again, I mean, there's no limit. You can have as many deliveries as many you like. It's a contactless uh, You could go to Walmart.com, search for groceries, search for Delivery Unlimited program, and that's where you can sign up. It's pretty awesome program.
Nice. Well, you've converted one person, because I have done a lot of purchasing recently through the A company. We won't talk about them on the show, but we'll just say the company starts with an A, and they're convenient, but they're not that convenient. And so I'm gonna definitely give it a try and see if I can get a lot of the stuff that I like to order. Because my wife, sometimes she forgets. I mean, I don't want to put her on blast in the program, but sometimes she forgets things. So it'd be great if I could actually just put it in the order and make sure it's getting delivered directly here. So you got somebody that's about to try this out. So I'm gonna have to report back. If it's not legit, I'm gonna hold you accountable, Himanshu. It's gonna be on you if it doesn't work. So awesome. I appreciate you coming on the program. And again, you can check out Walmart Labs. I'm sure they're always hiring. So I'm sure if you're looking for an opportunity, that might be a great place for you to check out. And again, Himanshu, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thanks, Mike.
The San Diego Code School is a proud sponsor of the SnackWalls podcast. The San Diego Code School is leading companies to tech equity. The Tech-Enabled Apprenticeship Program is a venture whose heart is to do a lot of social good and do good work. You can help San Diego Code School secure funding for change by hiring developers, bringing a team in to relieve your backlog, or becoming a program sponsor. You can visit us on the web for more information at http://stcs.io.